Why? Happy Monday. If you're watching on replay, throw it in the comments, hashtag replay. Getting ourselves situated here. Go. Okay, I think I'm set up. That went a little bit too smoothly today. Maybe I shouldn't jinx myself. We'll wait a couple minutes for reconnect sound. Okay, let me try. Hang on. See if that works. It's not connecting. Maybe you're not like me. Give me just a minute, guys. I'm working on the sound. It doesn't like that one. Let's try the other one. Okay, how about now? See if this is any better. No? Weird. Can you guys hear me now? Like if I don't have the earbuds in, can you hear me? I can't figure it out, you guys. I don't know why I wouldn't have any sound. Had sound before you reconnected, but no sound now. Okay, Melissa can hear me on YouTube, but not, well, because it's different. Let's try one more time. Let's see. This keeps telling me it's not connected. How about now? Maybe? No. Okay, you guys. Sound is good on TV. All right. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to disconnect and reconnect. All right, coming back. Okay, well, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for your patience. Bear with me for a minute. Switch this. This is all the fun behind the scenes stuff that you don't get to see me do before I'm prepping all the time. So let's try this again. Okay. Let me know if you can hear me now on Facebook. Once I get myself situated here. All right, this. Okay, sound now, good. Is there too much background noise or should I, am I okay? You guys think just the way it is? Let me know. I can try and put my earbuds in, but I don't want to I don't want to screw it up again. Background white noise. Okay, I'm going to try one time with my earbuds. Let's see if this works. Okay, how about now? I really hope this is better. Okay, good. Melissa's giving me the thumbs up. Awesome. Okay, you guys. Oh. More friends are joining on YouTube. That's awesome. So yeah, I'm both on, I try every week to be on Facebook and on YouTube. Good, good, good. All right. Hi, everybody. Sorry about the technical difficulties. As you're popping on, since I had to end the other video, tell me again. I saw some people chiming in with what they were working on. So put it in the comments. If you're on Facebook or on YouTube, I can't monitor both at the same time, but I know Melissa is. So let us know what you're working on. I'm gonna put a cough drop in my mouth because you guys hear the blowers. They're going constantly in here. And the air is dry. Okay. So I'm running a little late, but we'll go ahead and get started. Yeah, Joyce is making little sombreros. I love it. Welcome to Monday Motivation. Today is Monday, September 25th, 2023. Hi, Aunt Jackie. My name is Kristen. I'm the owner of the Little Yarn Shop located in downtown Saginaw, Michigan, inside the SBRC Marketplace. We're here Wednesday through Saturday, 10 to 6. Deb does drop-in classes Monday nights. I do this on Monday nights, most Mondays, 7 p.m. Eastern. I am kind of excited that hopefully in the next few weeks, we'll get some new people joining us on Monday nights after we do the Have a Ball Fall Crawl. So next Sunday is our day to present, and it's like a 45-minute presentation, but it goes across, there are, I think, 350 people participating across the US and some in Canada, which I think is pretty cool. So it gives us an opportunity, all the shops really who are participating, I think there are 24 shops, gives us all an opportunity to broaden our reach and meet new people, introduce ourselves to a new crowd, and maybe 400. Ooh, yeah, that would be awesome. Okay, I'm going to scroll back through just for a minute or two and look and see what everybody's working on. And I hope it doesn't bug you guys that I'm sucking on a cough drop. Joyce is working on rosewood sweater. Lisa's working on socks, waiting for the Stephen West MCAL to start. Yes, it is. Mom says happy autumn. Yes, happy fall. It is sweater weather. It is definitely that time of year. I've seen all these memes all over the place about you get up in the morning and you put a sweater on and you regret it by noon because if the sun's out, it's lovely. And Melissa's asking if anybody has started holiday crafting. It is getting to be that time. It's almost the fourth quarter of the year, you guys. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's the end of September. Time is just flying by. Julie working on a blanket from a couple of years ago. Oriana working on Valley Vista. That is cool. Mom working on leg 7 of the Great Lakes Mystery Knit Along. Awesome. I've been, I mean, granted, I've been really busy, but I've also been really good about not casting on any new projects because I know the Stephen West MCAL is coming up. And that's one of the things we can talk about today. I'll kind of be jumping all over the place. I mean, I sort of try to have some organization, but Chandra's working on the tessellated vest. Cool. There are so many. I was just looking through patterns. Stephen West has so many new patterns out. Andrea Maury has so many new patterns out. There are a lot of prolific designers out there, and there's always more inspiration to do more stuff. But the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along Geo Gradient is what it's called. I do have right back there a little picture of his little screenshot. It is a shawl, a mystery knit along that, so we don't know anything about the shape or the stitches or anything like that. We do know that he's requiring 4 100-gram skeins of yarn, fingering weight in a gradient. Tammy doing the border of your massive mitered square blanket. Awesome. I can't believe you're on the border of that, Tammy. Tammy's been working on that for a while. It was with all of her mom's scrap yarns. It was an awesome projects. Boo Knits MCal. I haven't seen that one yet, but I really have been trying to limit my Ravelry time too. So as we were going through yarns in the shop that would be suitable and good options for the Stephen West MCal, it occurred to us that the Earth Merino gradient kits would work really well. So you would need 2 kits because each of these is a 50-gram skein of yarn. So you need 100 grams of each color. So you would need 2 kits. But we have a few different colors that we have 2 kits of that takes all the guesswork out of it. So it's a built-in gradient, light to dark. So we've got the gray. These kits are $52.99 on their own. So it'd be around $106 plus tax for 2 kits. So we've got, I think I've got 2 sets of the gray. And then I've got 1 set of this beautiful, I'd say raspberry, but it's more like a fuchsia color. Purpley pinks. So I've got 1 set in that color. And then we've got 1 set in the turquoises. So this is a great way if you don't want to mess around with different yarns or trying to find something that looks really good together. They're designed to be working together in a gradient way. So something to keep in mind, we have a few of these. If there's something that you like, you want us to put it aside, throw it in the comments and we will take care of it. Tammy said it took forever. Yes. Jenny knitted a Christmas stocking. Jenny's knitting all the time. Knitted a Christmas stocking she bought on a yarn crawl. Turned out good. Made 2 pair of Halloween mitts. Finished her cowl with the Saginaw yarn. Great Ian way. So the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along starts October 5th. We do still have obviously plenty of yarn, a whole wall of yarn that would work well too. We're not doing anything specific as far as like a kickoff or whatever, and I'm not even sure. Well, if the 1st is a Sunday, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th would be Thursday. We may kind of just do, well, no, I was going to say we'd do something Thursday night during social knitting, but I will be most likely not here. I will be setting up for the Knit One Love One retreat, which goes the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th of October in Bay City. So that's something coming up too. One of these days, you guys, I will be able to like just sit and take a breath. I'm not sure when that is. Some anniversary of Practical Magic. Oh, okay. Cool. So that's coming up. A few people asked when I posted the picture of myself in a cute little knitted tee that was kind of a tealy turquoisey color on Friday for Show Off Your Faux Friday. I just realized that Brenda, who is the woman that knit the tee and so generously gifted it to me, had sent me the name of the pattern. So the pattern name for that was called Tropical Tea. It's written for both a worsted and a chunky yarn, which I thought was really interesting. I would have sworn that it was a fingering weight yarn. But being that it was a worsted weight yarn, it did not feel heavy. It was super comfortable to be wearing here all day. And it looks like just a great basic tee pattern. And what's so fun is the actual pattern shows it in a solid, but Brenda used a hand-dyed yarn that had some speckles in it. And that just gives it so much more character. It's a great way to use not a busy yarn, but you could do as much or as little as you want with it, because there's no, a busy yarn isn't going to disguise any stitch definition because there aren't any fancy stitches in it or anything. So that was the tropical tee. That is what I was wearing in the picture on Friday when I posted on Facebook for Show Off Your Faux Friday. What I am wearing now, let's talk about this. This May, when I was in Florida, is that when it was? No, it might have been before that. It was before that, because May I came back with my parents. One of the times this spring, winter, spring, when I was in Florida, my mom finished this shawl and sent it home with me so I could block it and display it here in the shop. And I don't think I've had a chance to actually talk about it yet. It kept me so warm on the plane, you guys. It's mohair and fingering weight yarn. And it looks super light. I mean, you can see through it, super light and airy, but you know how cold it gets on an airplane. I had this thing wrapped around my legs and it kept me just toasty. I absolutely love that about mohair. You don't have to knit it densely in order to get something that's nice and toasty. So it's called, I'm not going to say it in whatever language it's in because I don't want to butcher it. But translated, it means Midsummer Night. We love this shawl. So our little pattern picture has been well used, well loved. That's how it's written on there. And I have zero idea on how to pronounce that. But Pia Trans does quite a few beautiful patterns, shawl patterns, top patterns. She's the one that did the Scrappy Striber that a few people have been making lately. So yeah, it takes 1 skein of fingering weight yarn and 2 skeins, if they're 25-gram skeins, of mohair. This color in particular was one of the kits that Dream in Color put together for Small Business Saturday last year. So it was yarn that my mom had from us, but it was from a limited edition kit. But I went through, we've been playing around with it on and off this summer. I went through and kind of pulled some colors together that I thought you guys might like. So I will go through those. Most of them, I only have enough for 1 set. I will tell you if I have more. And just kind of so you know the layout of things, I've got a red, a coppery color, a gold set, purples, of course, blues and purples, blues and naturals. So let's start with just the very simplest, which would be my hair. You guys, my hair is on everything. Natural. For all of this, the mohair that I pulled is the Malabrio mohair. So this color is natural. Their mohair is 25 grams, 229 yards, 72% mohair, 28% silk. So you'd need 2 of those. And I just pulled a skein of Heritage because it's a natural color. So you would just get something ethereal if you did it in this natural color. If you were thinking about doing like a bridal shawl for somebody, this would be gorgeous. Or and again, because of that transparency, you could throw it on over something bright and colorful and you just get that little pop of color. So I've got 2 sets of those. The mohair is $15.50 a skein. So this would be 31 plus 12.50 is $43.50 for that kit. And I have 2 of those. You guys know me, I fly by the seat of my pants. So some of these are going to be, well, there are a few different price points. And I just kind of started pulling stuff. So the reds are kind of burgundies and reds. So for the mohair, we've got this gorgeous heirloom vegetables, it's called. I hate when they put their tags upside down. It's like a burgundy with some pops of purple and some brighter reds. So 2 of those with this smushy with cashmere in sunset red. So this looks a lot more pink on the video than it does in person, but that would just be gorgeous. And keep in mind the colors on a mohair skein look very intense, but because the strands are so fine, it's not going to be so bright. So this with the smushy cashmere, mohair will be the same price. The smushy cashmere is $35. So that would be what? $66. I have 1 set of those because I only have 1 of this beautiful red. Oh, where should we go next? Golds. Tiger's Eye is such a popular mohair color. Well, it's a popular color in all the bases they do, which I think is only the mohair and the Sucero. But it's this gold with like black and brown speckles in it. So 2 of those with smushy cashmere in the color Sundance. If you are a gold girl, this is for you. Look at how beautiful that is. The shawl's done on size 6 needles too, so it's going to be nice and just gorgeous. Lightweight. So that's the gold one. Let's see, let's go blues. These 2 are the same. So the mohair color is Under the Sea. And it's like, it's like the sea. It's all different shades of blue with some spots of black in there, like you would see the shadows. And Malabrigo Ultimate Sock in the same color, Under the Sea. So these are 22, so that'd be 53 for the set. I only have 1 of these. I only have 1 of the Under the Sea color. But could just throw this on with a pair of jeans and a white top and it would look, you could dress it up and go anywhere. So that's the blues. Okay, we've got bluey purple and then we've got purpley purple. Wales Road. People who love blues and purples love Wales Road. It is such a rich color. So we've got 2 skeins of Wales Road in the mohair. This batch is mostly purple with some blues in it. And as kind of a fun contrast, the Machida, which is their single ply fingering weight yarn, is mostly blue with some purples in it. But the one benefit of doing something like this where all 3 skeins are Malabrigo is they're all going to have used the same dye, so they coordinate really well. It's not like the shade is a little bit off or whatever. So Machida is 22 also, so that would be 53 for the Wales Road. The other purple, I could not decide on the fingering weight yarn, so I have a couple options. but the color of the mohair is called Talisman. And it is, I don't even know how to describe it. It is deep grape purple, but then some brighter purples. It's just like all these different shades, more of a red purple, more of a bluey tone. So I couldn't decide if it should go a little bit brighter with Audacious Amethyst, which would pop a little bit more, but you can see, like, where is it? Here, you can see how that just kind of coordinates really nicely with it. Or the other option would be Galaxy. Galaxy is one of our favorite Dreaming Color colors. So the Galaxy is smushy. It's not smushy with cashmere. So these skeins are $25 a piece. I think I have enough to do 3 sets of the Talisman. You would just have to let us know if you want this Galaxy or if you want the Audacious Amethyst with it. Purples are gorgeous. I just look at this one up close, you guys. And we do have a couple extra skeins of this. It was in the kind of grab bag that we got from them a little while back. So if you just love this color and want to do something with it, we can make that happen too. And then the last one is another one that I couldn't decide. Yes, Jenny, perfect for graduation gifts. I couldn't decide on the fingering weight color. So the color is Oasis. And it's greens and golds, like a true green, but then a blue green and golds. So option 1 is smushy. Again, not smushy cashmere, just smushy. And it would pull out all of those greens. Look at that. It screams spring, but at the same time, like it's just for my green girls. That would be awesome. This is one of their one-of-a-kind colors. It's very much like Scorched Lime. So it's not technically named Scorched Lime, but that's what I would call it. Then this one is a one-of-a-kind with, and I don't know what it comes close to, but it's like this brownie gold color that I think looks this looks so fall, you guys. Look at that. Just pulls out those darker tones in there. Beautiful. Yeah, need to make 3 shawls. Yeah, you better get yourself busy, Jenny. So I have enough for, let's see, Oasis. I have enough for 1 in the green and 1 in the brownish color. So let us know. I have 4 skeins of the Oasis, so I could do 1 kit of each. So those are all the colors of this that I have. If you didn't see anything you love, but you like the idea of the shawl, you can come in or message us and we can play around with some colors, but there are so many beautiful, beautiful ones. I just really love this Galaxy color, you guys. It's gorgeous. Okay, so that is the Midsummer Night shawl, which is what this is. And it's keeping me, even though my arms are bare and you guys know it's been cold in here, it's keeping me nice and toasty. So that's what I'm wearing and what my mom finished. I did not finish anything, but I have made some progress on the Hito Fude, and our pearl strings are on their way to us. We don't have them yet, but I borrowed Deb's so I could show this off to you a little bit better. So this is one of the beauties of the pearl strings. So right now it's all kind of just crammed on here and you can sort of see it, but not really. Pearl strings. If you don't have these, you need at least 1 set in your life, if not more. The sets that we sell are called the Sweater Plus pack, which means they have 3 strands in here. 2 of the strands are 1 meter in length. So this is the shorter of the strands. So you get 2 1-meter ones, and they're still plenty long. They are ideal for when you're working on a sweater and you need to put your sleeves on waste yarn. Those are plenty long to do that. I've actually in a pinch used one for both sleeves. And then you get one piece that is 2.5 meters long. Oh, I might have just tied it and not you guys. But it's long. It would fit all of your needs. So I'm going to put my knitting on the purl strings. If you've not seen them, they're like little flexible tubes. And I'm on size 6s, I think. Let me see if I can see. Oh, no, I lied. 4s. I'm on size 4 needles. Anything up to a 7 or an 8. You could use this smaller set that come in the little silver tins. Anything 8 and up, we have a chunkier pack. Just because the tubing is a little bit better, it stays on a little bit better. So all you do is plug that tubing into the end of your knitting needle, onto the end. So, and it's on there pretty good. You do want to be careful. Obviously, we don't want to get too crazy with it. But all I'm doing now is sliding my stitches off my needles and onto the purl strings. This will make it so I can stretch everything out. I can make sure my lace is all going the right direction. I can make sure there isn't any obvious error that I would not see if it were all bundled up, jumbled up on my needles. I believe they are $16 for the set of 3. The chunky pack might be a little bit more. So, like I said, purl strings are on their way to us. And we have the chunky ones here. We just don't have any of the regular ones because just like we run out of needles because we have needles on projects, turns out we run out of purl strings because we have purl strings on projects. One comment I would make to those of you who have them or are getting them, as much as possible, try and keep them when they're not on a project, keep them in your little tin. Because they are like a silicone, or I don't know what the material is, if it's rubber or whatever. I did notice mine, because I have not been keeping them in the case since I got them, have gotten a little bit stiffer. Okay, so there's my needle with nothing on it. And now it still looks a little bit bunched up, but that's because we have not stretched it out yet. So just keep stretching. And I have 2 strands of yarn attached because I am alternating every 2 rows. I want to kind of get this in the middle of it so it doesn't accidentally get pulled off. All right, now we can maybe see it a little bit better. So now does it look like the back of a sweater? I think it looks a lot more like a back of a sweater. And let me see if I can put it on and show the construction, because you're working the back and the 2. Yes, you keep your stitch markers in place on the purl strings. You're not having to, in the past, we would use floss or scrap yarn to hold our stitches. And it's such a pain to go back through because sometimes the stitches pull down and you got to make sure you got everything. So let's go this way. Sleeve 1. And you could feasibly make the sleeves longer. You would just have to realize, you would have to figure out how long you want them when you cast on, because you're casting on where this white is and going across this way. So you would have to cast on more stitches in order for it to have longer sleeves. So I like with the gradient, it kind of gives you a better idea of how the construction happens. So you're starting with the white, working to the darker. You do a 3 needle bind off, which is what you see, that line that goes across. And now this is going to be kind of that fluttery front. And that's working down the back. It's so fun. And the lace is not complicated. It's a straight up and down lace. It's not traveling. You can see that. You can see the lines go straight up and down. There is a point on the fronts where you start to get a little bit more space between each repeat, but the repeats still stack up on top of each other. So I won't bore you guys with it now, but to put it back on my needles, I just do the exact opposite. Connect my needle to here again, slide all the stitches back. So much faster. So that is my active work in progress, and I'm very happy with how it's coming so far. It does look like the gradient will probably be mostly gray, like this blue gray for the rest of it, but I'm okay with that. It's still going to be a fun knit. So that's what I'm working on. Shawl kits we talked about. It is last minute, but I want to make sure that I mention to everybody that Joyce is teaching a 2 at a time sock class. And it's starting this Thursday at 1:30 p.m. So I think we have a couple spots left in there. It will be taught. I don't know if they'll be here in the shop or we'll have another space for them, but it's a 4-week class. The method that Joyce uses, if you've been in the shop, you've seen her anytime she's knitting socks, even if it's color work, this is primarily what she's doing. They're cast on at the toe and worked up. You learn the magic loop method, which means you're not fighting all those double points and you're knitting 2 of them at the same time. So we're excited that she is getting back into teaching, and that's been one that's been in demand. So she's starting that on Thursday. And as a reminder, we have space still in the Crochet Basics and Beyond class. That one starts October 14th. That one is on Saturdays from 10:30 to 12:30. Lisa, dates of the sock class. Okay, it starts this Thursday, which would be 26th, 27th, 28th. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the 28th, and then the following a total of 4 Thursdays. I can't look at my calendar because my phone is my calendar and my phone is talking to you guys right now. It should be listed if you look it up on the website too, that Melissa put that link there. So Crochet Basics and Beyond, I mentioned it last week. Nicole designed a scarf for, here we go. Nicole designed a scarf for that class. It's a 6-week class. Saturday, October 14th, 10:30 to 12:30. Sign up for that. We're going to keep that one small too. And she's excited to get like a formal class together, which would be great. Let's see, what else do I have here? I have stuff all around me, but I've talked about most of it already, you guys. I did post earlier today. I haven't talked about some of the local businesses lately. V and I got coffee today. I sort of got coffee yesterday. She was working at Barnes and Noble all day, and I stopped in there and got a drink before I went running around and doing errands. But we did meet at the Red Eye today, which is in Old Town. And we got some really pretty, really yummy drinks. And then, of course, she got some toasted cinnamon raisin bagel with Nutella and bananas on top. That girl, it's a good thing she dances and does all the stuff she does. Her metabolism is just going crazy. I got a butterfly lemonade that was like this beautiful purpley color. And then she got, it's like a milk tea, but there's a certain name for it that I can't, Dalgona milk tea, which I'm not quite sure what that means, but then they break up little pieces of honeycomb and put it on top. And then as you're drinking, the honeycomb dissolves and sweetens things up. It was really cool. Always good things. And they have started to add more food now. For a while, they didn't have any food. So they have some baked goods, but also some other stuff. So if you haven't checked them out in a while, check them out again. Okay. I think that's all I've got to talk about tonight. I do want to let you know that you can still sign up for the Have a Ball Fall Crawl. So that is a virtual yarn crawl. It started this past Friday and it's all via Zoom. If you can't make them live, they do send out the recordings afterwards. And the shops that are participating are keeping, they're putting kits together, specials together, and anybody who's participating in the Have a Ball Fall Crawl can take advantage of the promotions that the shops have for probably the next 3 weeks. So it's not too late to sign up. It's $10 each day. There are, I think most of the days there are 6 shops. So they do, we're in the Eastern time zone, and because it spans from one, what's the word? Coast. From one coast to the other. They start at noon, I believe, Eastern time. And so there are 2 shops that present, then there's a break, then another 2, then there's a break, and each shop has a 45-minute segment. And then so it went this past weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then this coming weekend is also Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or may just be Saturday, Sunday. But for $10, you get to kind of virtually see different shops. We are encouraged to do little tours of the shops and of the area, so you get kind of a feel of like you're going there, but just doing it virtually. So it's a pretty cool thing. Okay, that is it. Saturday and Sunday this coming weekend. Okay, I hope everybody has a great week. I hope that you are inspired to start something or finish some things, get some things off the needle so you can start the Stephen West MCAL or another fun project. If you need help, you know we're always here for you. So have a great evening, have a great week. And if I don't see you in the shop, I will see you all